And we'll start with a question that everyone asks me. I don't particularly think this is a great question, and you'll learn why later, but everyone asks me, why is it so hard to motivate people? Whether you're talking to a coach, an executive, a parent, whenever you say, well, we're going to learn how to motivate them. Oh, God, I can't. That's so hard. How do you motivate people? Okay, we'll get there in a second. But why is it so hard to motivate people? Do we know this? They don't know what they want. How can you motivate someone if they themselves don't know what, emphasis added, they want? Now, we're a group of smart people here, and we can come up with theories, and that's a good one. I had a theory that, we push too hard. But when I looked around, there were many different theories. None of them quite captured everything. But if I put it into sort of one slide, I thought we were coming up with something. But what was remarkable to me is that smart people didn't know why. You ask doctors, I don't know. He just doesn't, he doesn't want it enough. Okay, but if it's an interaction and we're part of the motivating, if we're part of the getting him to want it enough, what do we have? Well, did the patients know? Well, often patients didn't. But we did know what happens when our quote-unquote motivational methods don't work out. We have scenes such as this one. Or this one. And you could put a nurse, coach, parent, couples trying to motivate each other. It can be very treacherous territory. I don't blame anyone from shying away from trying to motivate someone. The standard things that we've learned: break through resistance, set the goal, keep them to it. All good stuff once you have the motivation, but that in and of itself seemed not to motivate at least my patients. And then when we pushed harder, it just got worse. So, one humble reason I will offer here is that we overuse the tell and sell approach, which is telling people what they need to do, even in a very nice way. Telling them how to do it. Telling them, this is the worst one I think, what it means when they don't do it. You don't want it enough. You're not motivated enough. You're not committed enough. And then selling them on our reasons. Now, a great many situations, I'm sure, require you to tell somebody some important information and to explain your reasons why it might be good. But that often does not do the job. That's the logical feedback. I would argue that as sophisticated as this group is, and I include myself, that we might all still do some telling and selling. Now, I don't think people are still doing the very confrontational, you have to change, and the sort of, the A&E intervention kind of confrontation. But subtly, I think we all do some of this. And at the risk of doing our first experiential exercise on something that I do not want you to do, I think it is critical to start here. And rather than, like we used to